Day 540 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all, we're back again another day, another LeetCode problem where we're doing daily LeetCode problems. And today we have question number 1716, calculate money in LeetCode bank. The difficulty level is easy, so you already know we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand as well. But before we get started, y'all, don't forget to like, hype, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you need any new Apple AirPods, go ahead and check out that link in the description so you can get you some. Now let's see what the question says. Hersey wants to save money for his first car. He puts money in the LeetCode bank every day. He starts by putting $1 on Monday, the first day. Every day from Tuesday to Sunday, he will put in $1 more than the day before. On every subsequent Monday, he will put in $1 more than the previous Monday. Given in return the total amount of money he will have in the LeetCode bank at the end of the nth day. All right, y'all, so that sounds pretty simple, but let's take a look at these examples just to make sure that we are doing this problem correctly. So in example 1, n equals 4, the output is 10. Explanation says after the fourth day, the total is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, which equals 10. So let's break this down one step further, right? So he starts on Monday, he puts $1 in on Monday. Boom, so that's where this first dollar comes in. Then it says every day from Tuesday to Sunday, he will put in $1 more than the day before. So on Tuesday, he put in $2 because that's one more than the dollar he put on Monday. Then Wednesday, he'll put in $3 because that's one more than the $2 he put in on Wednesday. And then Friday, he'll put in $4 because that's one more dollar than he put in on the Thursday. And in total, after 4 days, he will have $10. So just in case that didn't make sense to y'all, let's take a look at example 2. In example 2, we have our input n equals 10. The output is 37. So we want to see how much money he will have on the 10th day. Explanation says after the 10th day, the total is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, which equals 37. It says, notice that on the second Monday, Hersey only put in $2. So let's break this down one step further, right? So this is the first week. Boom. So he just puts in $1 and then he puts in another dollar, one more dollar every day that goes past, right? So similar to what he did in example 1, he did the same thing in example 2, but he did it for the whole week. Then it says on every subsequent Monday, he will put in $1 more than the previous Monday. So boom, we went through the first week. Now the next Monday, we're starting at 2 because he needs to put in one more dollar than he did on the previous Monday. And he put in $1 on the previous Monday. So after we go through this whole week, on the next Monday, he's going to put in $2. So in the next week, he put in $2. Or the next Monday, he put in $2. Then Tuesday, he put in 3. Then Wednesday, he put in 4. In total, he has $37 after 10 days, or about a week and a half, give or take. So let's take a look at example 3, where the integer n is a little bit larger. We almost make it to 3 weeks. We're just a day short. Let's get into it. So in example 3, we have the input n equals 20 this time, meaning how much money will Hersey have after 20 days, and the output is 96. It says after the 20th day, the total is, so same thing. This represents the first week. Boom, start on Monday, then add another dollar each day that goes on during the week. Boom, now we're looking at the second week. So the second week, we're going to start at $2 on Monday because we started at $1 the previous Monday. And once again, we will put one more dollar on every subsequent Monday. We will put in one more dollar than the previous Monday. So in this case, second week, we're starting from $2. Boom, same principles, go all the way up. We started from 2, so we ended 8. Then on the third week, we're going to start from $3 because 3 is one more dollar than this Monday. He needs to put one more dollar than he put on this Monday. So we're starting to count from 3, and then we go up to 6 days. We don't finish the whole week, but we go up to 6 days, and in the total, we get $96 after following all of these requirements. Boom. So I hope that makes sense to y'all. And now that we understand the question, let's get into the fun part, the actual solution. The solution is not that difficult at all. So the first thing we are going to do is we are going to get the number of full weeks and days. So we need to look at n and we need to see how many weeks can we get out of n, full weeks. So we could just say let weeks equal n divided by 7 because there's 7 days in a week and we want to know how many full weeks we could get in n. Then we want to be able to get the remaining days after the full weeks. So say we have something like this right here where we have 1 full week right here, but then this isn't a full week. We need to get these days to see how many days those are. So we can say let days equal n mod 7. And what that is going to do is that's going to get us the remainder. So say we divide n by 7 and there's a remainder, we're going to get that remainder and we're going to store that in days. Boom. Now we need the sum of money in fully computed weeks. So we can say let money full weeks, set that equal to weeks times 28 plus 7, open up the parentheses, we're going to say weeks times, open up the parentheses again, we're going to say weeks minus 1, come outside the parentheses, still inside the other parentheses, and divide that by 2. Boom. Then we need to do the same for the remaining days or less than a full week. So we're going to say let money remaining days, we're going to set that equal to days times, open up the parentheses, 2 times, open up the parentheses, weeks plus 1, come outside those parentheses, we're going to say plus, open up some more parentheses, days minus 1, come outside all of that and divide that by 2. Boom. And then we need the total money saved after n days by coming right here, and we could just return money full weeks plus money remaining days. Boom, y'all. And that should be all she wrote. Let's give it a run. Make sure it runs properly before we submit it. Let's see. It's taking a little while. I don't know why. Okay. Let's see where we went wrong right here. So should be sorry y'all, it should be 7 times. So we need to put a multiplication right here after this 7. Now let's run it, see if that does the trick. Hopefully it does. It's accepted, so let's go ahead and submit it. Make sure it's still accepted after we submit it. And look at that, y'all. 0 milliseconds beats 100% of users. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'd like to see, y'all. So with that being said, make sure you get one more look at the code. And I hope y'all learned something today. And I hope to see y'all here tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See y'all then.